Hello, Victoria Tolanen with Bend It Dance, and this is Diane Sale helping out. This is going to be a beginning 8-count pattern, which is a whip. The rhythm changes from a 6-count pattern. We just add 2 walks in the middle of the rhythm. So our basic rhythm will look like this. We'll have walk, walk, triple step, and then walk, walk, triple step. The counts that go along with that to get to 8 counts are 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Leads are always starting with the left foot, as always. Follows are always starting with their right foot. That's never going to change in the dance. So a basic whip will look like this. We're going to start with her on one side. We're going to take her all the way around 360. So first thing, guys, move her backwards with your center. That's always your first job in the dance. Ladies, keep moving until he redirects you. That's your main job in the dance. So a whip will look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I've taken her around 360, and a couple of key points in this. On 1, I'm always moving her back. On 2, there's a lot of things going on. This is ultimate multitasking for you guys. So I'm moving her back and down the slot on 1. I can telegraph it a little bit with my feet. I don't have to be completely down the slot because then 2 gets awkward, either over here if you're going back, or over here. Wherever your 2 goes, there are various ways of doing it. I'll teach one way, I think. We'll see. So I start her on 1. Now on 2, I have to give her an indication that I'd like her to turn. I want her whole frame to turn, but I'm only connected to her hand. So this hand creates a little bit of a connection in this kind of movement. So I'm just asking her frame to turn. It's not big. I don't want to swoop her over and swoop her around like I'm making some huge circle. It's just a little bit of a start her down the slot and then ask her frame to turn. For the ladies' part, when he starts to move this hand, you know that this is his way of getting your whole body to turn, which means there has to be a bit of a solidification in your shoulder so that when the hand moves, the whole body moves right here. So a drill that you can do in place is just to take one hand and just to move her back and forth this way. Ladies, if you let your shoulder be totally floppy, then when he moves you, he only gets his arm. He only gets your arm, and that's not good. He wants to dance with all of you and not just your arm. It's your job to connect through your shoulder so it moves your whole frame. So I get 1, 2 on a whip. So ladies, again, you own the slot. You're going to go straight through. You're going to go back together forward on 3 and 4. So ladies, watch your footwork. You're going to go forward 1, 2, back together, forward. At the same time, guys, I'm going to go 3 and slightly across the slot on 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm now getting out of the way on the other side of the fall. She's like the train on the tracks, and I'm jumping from one side of the tracks to the other, but the train can't leave the tracks. She stays right there. So I bring her through. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I start her moving down the slot on 4, and then I'm going to open up on 5 and flip her down the slot. So I'm starting her movement on 4. I just add a turn on 5. So leads 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I don't have a whole lot going on. There's still movement here and with my hands, but I'm not moving very far. So when I catch her, I'm giving her some stretch back with my arm. Watch this. 1, 2. I catch her and then I slow her down into this point. I don't want to let her get too far out. If I end up looking like this, she's going to pull me off balance and then I look like a geek. So you want to catch her and slow her down at a place where you can still keep her center close enough to your center that she's not throwing off your balance. That happens in your shoulder. Not in your arm, but in your shoulder, slowing her down. So, ladies, you keep moving into that stretch and right there. All the way through. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once I flip her open on the other side, I'm just keeping her in the slot. I'm adding a little turn on 5 to her frame to get her to go straight down the slot, but backwards. And 5, 6, and then we're going to anchor 7 and 8. Thank you very much, Diane. I'm now going to grab John, and we'll do a couple of quick points for the ladies, going the same direction. On the back side of this whip, ladies, I want to keep my connection into his hand, and I want to let him bring me forward on 4, which means I can't just jump forward on 1. I can't just jump forward. Same as on 1. If he leads me on 1 and I jump forward, now he feels like he didn't get to do his job. I have to let him do his job. So on the back side of the whip, can we freeze on 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm still keeping this connection into his hand, just like I would through 1 of any move. So I'm not jumping out of this on 4. You see there's a space here. I'm staying back in his hand. My 4 doesn't have to be big, it has to be connected. So if we go all the way through, we get 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I own the slot. I'm going to go straight through, not around. Don't feel like you have to go around him. If he's not out of your way the first time, he will be the second time. So as I come through, I'm also not tightening my arm. I'm moving my center, and I'm in control of my balance. So as he brings me through, 1, 2, this stays soft. So all the way through, I'm connected through this. But guys, you don't want to ask for connection through this hand. You want to let, I'm moving you backwards. You want to let this be relaxed when you're not using it. You're using your left hand 1 into 2. You're going to catch her with your right hand. You're going to flip her open, and then you just reconnect on the end on 7 and 8. So this hand doesn't come up, it doesn't go down, you're not shoving her backwards with it. After 2, its job is done, and you're just chilling. You stay connected, you keep your frame. She can feel that you're there, but you're not pushing her with it. So last time, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that's a whip.